Why, hello everyone, Sean here, and wow, I cannot believe it. We are at the end of the year. We're just right at the cusp of 2021. This probably will come out by the time maybe New Year's, right? Right after New Year's, or maybe right before it, depending on when I edit this. But anyway, in case I do get this out after New Year's Eve or whenever New Year's rolls around. Hope everyone had a safe, happy New Year's with the whole social distancing thing, because we're still well within the pandemic right now of things. And if I get this before, then I'm gonna say hope everyone has a happy New Year. But nonetheless, hope everyone had a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that fun stuff. And just try to and hopefully you guys continue to stay safe of things, because these cases, man, they've been popping up left and right, which will lead right into what's been going on with work. So there's been a number of cases where I work at, so which is a warehouse, and for Amazon part time, which I've talked about in the past. But as of late, there's been some cases, right, with a couple of people. I don't know exactly the number, but it's a couple for sure. I've been getting notifications, so with that, pretty much what the game plan is for me is to not quit necessarily, but I will use my time off, personal time off, for the majority of January, maybe somewhat in February as well, just depending on the climate of things. I do mean maybe literally, and also, of course, in terms of the outbreak and stuff like that, the pandemics side of things. It was quite scary to see. I'm just like, yeah, I am definitely not gonna be working for the rest of this month, right? Because this news came out right in the middle of December or early December. There have been some back-to-back notifications about it, and that kind of scared me, honestly. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna steer clear of that, use my time off, because I had a lot of time off accumulated. So I'll just like, yeah, you know what, why not? This is the best time to do it, might as well. I probably should have used more of my time off in the first place, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm definitely gonna do that for early next year. Probably in the middle of February I'll come back, but we'll see about that. Again, it all depends on the climate of things. So yep, just trying to keep myself safe, and I've been safe, thankfully. And everyone else in my family has been safe from the pandemic. We have not been, affected by the virus in any way, and let me knock on wood. So we just for luck. Man, it's been a rough year for a lot of people. And this, I made like journals about it, like when I was driving back when I was like actually working quite a bit, because it was busy, man. It was super busy. Yeah. So during the right at the beginning of the outbreak or the pandemic or whatever, the lockdown and all that stuff, the quarantine, it was hitting, man. The work was like no other. There were a lot of people working. We were like, the place was hiring like left and right. And then by the time it was like June, Mayish, I don't have the exact time window now, but man, it just went like it just dipped suddenly. Like it was pretty bad especially by summer, for sure. Work was a rare occasion. It was such a stark contrast, like no kidding, from late February, March-ish to, I want to say, May. That was like the busiest time. But man, it was kind of it kind of sucked, honestly. Um, it was starting to get a little scary because that meant, at the time I didn't have any other job or gig or whatever, so I didn't have anything else for income. But I was scraping by. I was still able to pay my bills, right? But man, it was starting to look a little shaky there, right? But I managed to get some help, and some but I managed to find myself some help, and also like right at the end of September, beginning of October, just a miracle happened, and that was with Panda Global. So again, for those who don't know, I haven't made a video about this, like just to like say, hey, I'm working with Panda Global, but but yes, I do work with Panda Global Gaming. They're just referred as Panda, I think now. So so let's just say Panda to be just to be safe. So I as a freelance video editor, I've been working with them to get content out. Man, what like the best of both worlds. I've been looking for something that's an actual video editing job, but I am very much oriented with video games, especially even now. So it's just both the best of both worlds slapped in together in one package, and right at the same time I got my new computer. Like, man, like everything like kind of just lined up pretty much, and definitely the stimulus check kind of helped out on that one. It was just such a miracle. Like, man. So like it's been such a cool process. The workflow and everything. Like, I do like the communication and stuff like that, back and forth. The managers I work with have been some awesome people. They're really nice. I get to work at home, comfort in my room, that sort of thing, instead of having to drive out there now for the warehouse job. And now I only pretty much work there like the minimum, which is 3 times a month. That is pretty much all I've been doing now when it comes to warehouse, and then just been focusing on this job. And then I do have a couple other things I do, which is basically this channel too. Like, this channel still has some sort of flow of income, so I manage this channel still. And then edit whatever. I do everything for this channel. And I always try to do my best to continue that for this channel, the Hawk, formerly known as Hawk525, which is my gamer tag. But you can call me Sean. That's like my preferred name, honestly. But when people first know me as Hawk, I don't blame them. It's sometimes hard to change names around, you know what I mean? So anyway, working with Panda Global has been really awesome. Panda has been for those who don't know, Panda is the esports company that have like a number of fighting game players under their belt, a couple other players too from like different sort of games or affiliations, right, or some communities. And basically they've been known for the Smash community. From the Smash community, they're very well known. I think the pretty much all the founders of the company are from the Smash community. So I think Samurai Panda is the sole like proprietor, right, and or not proprietor, the guy, right, and then along with other partners or just people around him within his circle, started the company with him. And so rest is history, I guess. And I just applied, and miraculously, I guess because of my channel as well, I got the job. I got the gig, and it's been great since. So from starting ever since from October, it's been a great thing, and I definitely plan to continue. And I hope to be able to eventually just focus on this job, and just do video editing full time, pretty much, for or not with, excuse me, with Panda. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be awesome. And then maybe I can move on up from there. But or look for somewhere else that's related to this as well. But we'll see about that. We'll definitely see. 2021 and beyond can definitely be full of surprises. I mean, it will be full of surprises, but we'll see about that. But for now, I still have the warehouse job as sort of like a form of a backbone of sorts. It's like just guaranteed source of income. It still kind of is, pretty much. So along with other things coming in, the other things I work on, that is what I've been doing to keep myself up, and continue, just hang in there, pretty much in the middle of all this pandemic stuff, the quarantine, blah blah blah, the lockdown life. The lockdown life has been continuing here in California, as the cases still are going, and even it's now a point where even a couple of people at work have been positive on COVID. So again, it's a little scary, and I do what I gotta do to stay safe. So I'm only gonna go out for essentials like grocery shopping, and try to get out there, get out of that as quick as I can. So you have to like sum up that part. The warehouse side of things have slowed down drastically to the point where it got a little shaky and scary, just from like the inconsistency of work alone, on top of the pandemic stuff. But also, I mean, I guess you can look at it one way where, because there aren't as many people working, that's like less chances of catching the virus. That's one way to look at it. And it gives me an excuse to only work there 3 times a month, because 1, there's not enough shifts to go around. 2, there are less people working, so you know what I mean, like, you're not gonna get affected by the virus. But 3, because I'm only working there 3 times, that's like drastically less chances of getting exposed as well, getting infected. So there's, I guess, there's a number of ways to look at it, but I definitely wish that we weren't in this situation in the first place, of course, with the virus, but it definitely opened some perspectives on things, and now I know what to do. And I'm honestly, like, even if things go back to normal, I'm probably going to just, I mean, I now have an excuse in a way. I can work there 3 times a month, no matter the situation, right? But I have this job working with Panda, so thanks to them, I have that much more freedom and flexibility of what I can do with my life as of right now. So that it's so weird, because like this year has been really rough. It's been very up and downy, like it's just one thing, but another thing happened. So man, it worked out, I guess, in the end of things. And because of the lockdown, I don't go to the gym anymore, but I think I'm gonna keep it that way, though. I'm not gonna pay monthly for a gym membership, and I'm just gonna work out at home now. Now I know, like, kind of what to do. Thanks to what I learned from the gym, Now, sure, I don't have access to like weights, like really push myself, but I can definitely get by from the weights I have at home. I literally need two more weight plates, which are probably quarter plates. Um, but like yeah, I just need two of those, and that's pretty much it. Like that's all I feel like that's all I need to make it really like an effective home gym setup for myself, for my personal sort of needs, I guess. So that's also like a perspective that opened up for me, and now yeah, so I pretty much don't need a gym anymore. So definitely saving a lot of money on that for sure, absolutely. So I can subscribe to other things like HBO Max as of right now, and then I was subscribed to Crunchyroll, but now I can like pass that torch on to one of my good friends that I hang out. So he doesn't mind, I guess, taking the wheel now. It's funny because he took the wheel and then I took the wheel in a way, and then now he's taking the wheel for sure, like back to him. So it's kind of funny how that worked out. So I'm definitely gonna save some money there, but now it's all now it's like funneling towards HBO Max for who knows how long, because I'm just doing it for a deal, right? Because there's a deal going on, so you save like 20% for 6 months, and then from there on it's just regular pricing. But that's pretty cool because a lot of movies are coming out on there, along with a theatrical release. So it's pretty interesting of how things are turning out from this year. So definitely changes came along the way, for sure. This year, man, like I learned some things, and I learned that it's okay to do them, and now I'm saving money in a way, and then but at the same time now things are just smoother in a way. I don't have to drive to work as much, and I get to work at home now. And then I can work out at home. I can watch movies at home now, pretty much. Yeah, it's so funny of how much you can do at home now thanks to the pandemic. So I don't know, man. I don't want to say it's bittersweet, but there are definitely some positive things that came out of this year for personally for me. But again, for a lot of people, it's been really bad. To put it one way. So it's just such a strange year. Definitely, it's a very strange year. Like it's supposed to be this really rough year, but at the same time, I had some things that worked out. Something came along my way. So I am definitely one of the lucky ones. I consider myself one of the lucky ones. It's I don't know. It had me It had me thinking quite a bit. So but nonetheless, I'm very grateful, and I will continue to just live on, man. Like march on forward, and hopefully things come along people's way, man. Not just me, but for a lot of people, man. I hope next year will be the start of a good year, but it's not magic, man. It's not gonna just magically just disappear right when the number just switches over to 21. That's not how it works. I wish it did, but you gotta be real on these things. So so anyway, kind of a year in review, sort of in a way. Like man, the pandemic did a lot of things, let's just say for sure. But anyway, what to talk about next? So when it comes to just stuff I've been working on or playing, so let's just start with what I've been playing, I guess, or watching, or watched rather. I did watch Soul. Let's start with that. I did watch Soul. which is the newest Disney Pixar movie that came out. I guess in theaters, but also um, as part of Disney Plus. So you don't have to pay like the premium or anything like that, the premiere price. So that was good. Very very nice of them. And I guess Disney knew that they fucked up on Mulan, so they definitely didn't put the price on Soul. And briefly, my overall thoughts on it, that it was good, but not as like um, I would say fulfilling, or like it wasn't as gratifying as, let's say, Inside Out. Inside Out was like that got to me. That got to me, especially right at the end of things. A lot more than I expected. Um, yeah, I kind of wanted to do a update on the tier list for the Disney stuff, or is it Pixar? No, I think it was Pixar. So I want to definitely do an update of sorts. I'm gonna look back on the video and then readjust my tier list sometime for a video. And yes, but with that said about Soul, it's still good. It's high quality for sure. The animation is great. The detailing and all that stuff. The afro, like the hair and the sweat and stuff like that. The lighting, the style and everything. Art direction was top notch. I will say that for sure. The jazz music, I really do highly appreciate it. The culture that they're like showing off was like really cool in my opinion. I do like that urban sort of black culture sort of side of things. And with the barber shop and all that stuff. Of course, jazz. It's a good all around film. Definitely great to show for to the kids, but also great for adults because it really it does deal with mature themes as well in a way. It is definitely more about the inspiration side of things. When you're trying to inspire people, that's like what it's really trying to tackle here. With the whole spark thing and soul. So I want to do a separate video on this for Soul, but if I had to give it a rating right here, it's a 7 out of 10. 7.5 at the highest right now, but maybe that'll change once I actually talk about it during my actual review for Soul. So that's that on Soul. Wonder Woman, man, my video on that came out very recently, but Wonder Woman, it definitely is more towards the a bad movie. Now there are still things that were all right, like the film itself was all right when it comes to like the shots and the angles and stuff like that, the cinematography side of things. But when it comes to like the effects, the visual effects side of things were really rough on a number of scenes. The pacing, the actual like placing of the scenes, how it like meant together didn't quite happen. Like that's why the story kind of fell apart. There was a lot of engagement was lost from the audience, including myself. Like it got boring in the middle of it. The final act was like all over the place. Just the concept of things just fell apart. So there were a lot of plot holes, a lot of just things that didn't turn out great for the fans as well, the DC fans especially. So if I had to give that a rating, I give that a 5 out of 10 in my reviews. So still the same here. So it's 5 out of 10, middle of the road, maybe even a little worse, right? I mean, there were some good bits. It was technically shot. The actors weren't bad. It was just that the story, the writing side of things, the whole plot was just very lopsided, and it felt like two movies in one. That was like what made it unnecessarily long. It was just long for all the wrong reasons, and that made this film unfortunately a bad one. So But with all those things considered, I think a 5 out of 10 rating for me is appropriate. So there's that. I've been playing Cyberpunk. I do have quite a bit of words to talk about, but basically I did finish the main story, so I'm done with that gladly. So I will start writing my review on it, but briefly here, I still enjoyed it. The game itself is fine. It's just that the quality, the performance side of things is really what holds it back, and it needed more time in the oven. So that's pretty much I can say here without wasting any more time. But otherwise, yeah, I've been playing Genshin Impact. I've been continuing with that on a daily. Like, it's still pretty fun. The new event was pretty fun. I'm probably gonna check out the last part of the story today for the new event with Albedo, or Alfredo, as I kind of like to say sometimes. So it's pretty funny. But Genshin Impact has been continuing to be fun, oddly enough. I just hope its future is going to be good. I hope they do the right moves. I hope MiHoYo does the right moves for Genshin Impact. Because I really do like this game. It's just that the longevity of things is what kind of makes it a little worrisome, in my opinion. How long will this last? I don't know. But I hope MiHoYo comes out with just more quality of life updates, better things with the characters. Hopefully they change the rates or something like that, like the gacha side of things. You know what I mean? Like something, right? Something. I hope they do something about that. But anyway, don't want to go too deep into that. But let me see. I've been watching Attack on Titan when it comes to the anime side of things. I've been trying to keep myself caught up with the anime side of things, which I'm glad it's been turning out pretty good. They switched over to a new studio when it comes to the animators. So it's the same studio that made Hajime no Ippo like anime as of recent. That was like the most like notable work. I forgot the company's name. It started with the M or something like that. But they been doing a good job with nailing down the look and stuff like that. The CGI has actually been really impressive to me. CGI in anime has been really rough on the edges for over a number of years, but I think with over time, it's been improving. It's been becoming its own thing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like Mexican food versus Taco Bell. Like, of course, it's not like completely like Mexican food, of course, but it's its own thing. It's a completely different thing. It's like a Mexican American or American food with Mexican flair to it. You know, that side of thing. That sort of thing. And that's kind of like what it is here when it comes to CGI anime versus 2D anime. CGI anime should just be its own thing. Well, yes, it does try to still imitate some aspects of anime, just like what Taco Bell does anyway. CGI anime has been like something I've held some sort of spite towards because the way it moves, the way they did things back then. But now they're putting more heart into it. Seems like they're putting more time and effort. It seems like, I've noticed that with Beastars, which I watched a while back, but still have not made a review video about it. And I think that's coming. The new season is coming up soonish, but I'm not too sure. But Beastars definitely was a good one when it comes to that CGI and stuff. Great looking anime when it comes to that. So yeah, like. Here in Attack on Titan, how they incorporated, some people have been complaining about it, but I think it's been, like, if you look at other CGI anime, man, this is like, in the past, I mean, if you look at it here, it's not bad. It's, I think it's more than fine. There are times where I'm like, wait, was that CGI or anime? So that's telling me that they're really nailing it down. They know how to use it and they know when to use it. I think that's the biggest improvement on it. So that's not just so obvious. And they don't overuse it either. They don't use it just like throughout the whole thing. They still have hand animated stuff with in the right places. But when it comes to like the Titans themselves, the giants or whatever, for the most part it is CGI. But again, they know when to use it. and it just looks great the way they do it. So it's definitely like, not how good the tool is how good you use it. So that's pretty much the lesson here of things. But but even with that said, I think CGI in anime is improving overall, like in a lot of aspects anyway. I think the upcoming the World Ends Up With You anime is all CGI, right? For the most part, or at least like 95% of it. I don't know, but it looks like like a traditional anime, but they're using CGI models. Like, what the heck? Like, man, if you look at Guilty Gear, Exert and now Strive, wow, like that looks almost better than anime in my opinion. Like, if they make anime like that from this point on, I would not mind at all, because that stuff looks so good, so good. I would definitely like eat that up if they use more of that kind of CGI in anime. So that would be pretty cool. But I think that's pretty much it. What I've been watching. When it comes to like manga side of things, I've been continuing on My Hero Academia and One Piece, which I gotta read the new chapters today as I record this. If there are any anyway. I think maybe My Hero is on break, but One Piece I know has been like building up for the 1000th chapter, which is crazy. Like, man, like I am constantly reminded of how long One Piece has been, and I've been watching it, or I've been reading it and watching it from the get go, and my gosh, man, like looking at myself, looking at One Piece it's like a time capsule almost, or like a reminder of how old I am now. It's like, man, or how old the series is too, which in turn, yes, will remind me of how old I am. Like, oh man, what a journey it has been so far. It's quite the special anime. It's still my number one. I love it, and that's all I gotta say about it for right now. When it comes to like other things that I have to say about when it comes to real life, not really. When it comes to that, the stuff I bought, there's been quite a bit of changes. I'm not gonna show it here now, but over there used to be just a regular computer desk. I had a new desk a while back, but then now, as of recent, I've went ahead and converted it into a standing desk now. It actually goes from a standing desk to you can pull it up and down. It's got like gas springs in there, so it can hold itself up, and when you want to sit down, you just lower it, and that's pretty much it. It's got to do it by hand. But when the desk goes old, I would like to definitely put some money into an actual like standing desk where it can go up and down, like the adjustable standing desks that have like the motors in there too, like they can like adjust it electronically with the motors. Those would be really cool to have once the desk goes bad, which won't be for a long time, because I'm pretty sure this desk will be serving me pretty well. But anyway, I bought a part for it that allows it to become a standing desk, right, to go along with it. And it's been serving me pretty well. I feel like I've been sitting on my ass, especially during this pandemic, a lot more often, because, back then, I was working at the warehouse, so I'm like moving around, stuff like that. So, it's a good form of exercise. That's a plus side of things. But nowadays, I've been sitting on my ass more, especially, when I'm gaming or editing or just on my computer. So I just thought, hey, why don't I just get myself a standing desk to kind of try to meet the middle ground as much as I can, and keep my body and myself like healthy, all the more. So that's why I want to do this, and it's pretty easy. So it's pretty cool, serving me pretty well, and I feel like my legs feel better, because there are times where my my quad, my like one of my quads just get randomly sore from like sitting for too long the next day. It's like really weird. Like it almost like feels like a really slow cramp. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty much because I'm like in this one position or just really limited positions, amount of positions for God knows how long, right? Each day. So I have not been, you know, moving my legs for, a lot of times, or as often, excuse me, because of the pandemic. So that's why, I got myself a standing desk, and then yeah, so whenever the weather starts to warm up, I'll definitely get back into like walking or jogging. I just don't like doing that during the winter. It kind of sucks for me. I just feel stiff, or I don't know. I mean, my sister can power through it, but man, I hate jogging or walking around in the cold. So that's why I rather just do squats or something like that as a form of leg movement. But definitely would like to get back into that sometime. Get some sun. That'd be nice. But anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, so standing desk has been a good purchase for me, and planning to get a couple other things too along the way. But I also got myself a new HDMI splitter, which has been serving me pretty well so far. The other one that I got, this is like a 4K splitter, and then the new one I got is also 4K. Unfortunately, I think I did something that kind of screwed it up, but it just switches to other channels or lanes automatically on its own. So it happens when I'm gaming too. So whenever I'm like in the middle of like of a match, or in the middle of like Call of Duty or something, it just switches, man. That's like the worst. So I was like, yeah, I think this thing is just either not a good long-lasting product. I may have screwed it up in a way, because I have a sound bar and my TV kind of sitting on top of it, so maybe like the weight might have like bent something, or despite having a metal body. So this thing is tough, but maybe that still isn't enough. I don't know, or it could be just the product itself not being great in the long run. So I got myself this one. This one has more lanes. I think like one more lane or channel, and I have it just sitting on top of the soundbar now. And pretty much my older one, my previous splitter, is just kind of like a brick. So I just kind of use it as a little support to hold up my TV and soundbar. It's a brick pretty much, and my new one is just sitting on top of it. So nothing is pressing it down, nothing is bending it, or nothing. There's no force on it or anything like that. And I have the option to turn off the auto switching. So for sure, it will not happen either way. So this one is more flexible. I do like it. So yeah, got it from Amazon. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, if anyone asks for it, I'll definitely link it down link in the reply. So let me see anything I'm missing here when it comes to like purchases. Let me see. I'm just looking around my room to see if I missed anything. But those are my major purchases for the most part. But yeah, so yeah, other than that, there are some things I do want to get soon, like a new chair. I had a new chair, or I had a gaming chair, or racing style gaming chair for a good while. But I think, for the most part, it has not been serving me well, unfortunately. I would like an actual office chair that's ergonomic, actually built for an office. Racing seats, there are some good ones, but for the most part, with this style here, they're like all similar for the most part. There are some styles where it's like slightly different and that makes it a little better for office use, but these racing seats in an office just don't make sense in the long run. They're built for keeping you in, which is actually not good for office use because you want to keep your body changing. You want to keep changing your position, your posture, because if you stay in one position for a very long time, that's not good for your body. And that's what this chair does. It keeps your body in one position for the sake of race cars, and that's good for there. When it comes to the office, that's bad. You want to keep your body moving. You want to keep your body changing. You don't want to put pressure on one part of the body for too long. I've been doing that back when I had just a regular sitting desk. So that's why I got myself a standing desk to stay off the chair as much as I can. But when I'm ever on the chair, it just doesn't feel right in the long run. So they look cool, I will say that much. But it doesn't matter. I guess if you're like a smaller person, shorter person, but I'm like a little more on the taller side, so that's why that's been not serving me well. And then just the way I sit, the way I have my posture, just doesn't work with the gaming chairs. So for now on, I'm not gonna get myself a gaming chair unless I'm offered one. I am offered one, and it actually fits me. You know what I mean? Fits my needs. It's yeah, been a good run, but I'm gonna give myself a new one, a nice like probably around like $200. So hopefully that'll serve me well. And then one of my monitors is still 1080p. So I'm gonna I do want to look into a 4K monitor, 27 or 24 inch, and that'll replace my one of my current monitors. So that'll happen as well. So but yeah, that's it for now on that section of things. This one's been a long one. This is the end of the year, so it's kind of appropriate. Anyway. Let's get on to what I've been doing for the or what I did for the channel. So which I have my TV right behind the camera, so bear with me here. But one video that I did release for December, right at the beginning of December, is the Reggie Jam. I had a lot of fun with trying to catch the Reggies in Crown Tundra of Pokemon Sword. So that was fun. I did a video on the Zhongli summoning, which that was unsuccessful, unfortunately. But that's gotcha for you. Of course, we did the hype casts. There was like two of them, right? As always, bi-weekly. Let's see. I think, speaking of which, well, I think I'll save that for the end. I think I put up the last batch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends episodes with my friend Danny. Oh yeah, my reaction to Sephiroth, that was cool. And also along with that, there was the Game Awards, which maybe I should do a damage report video on that one. But anyway, I put my impressions of Cyberpunk 2077 up on there. The glitches, there were two of them that I shared. There was a Sephiroth presentation, my reaction towards that. I tried the Sephiroth challenge on very hard. Let me see. I did a quiz on trying to name all the Smash characters, excluding Sephiroth. And then the most recent one, and it's definitely going to be the last video of this year, is the Wonder Woman 1984 review, which I kind of pretty much spilled the hint. But anyway, that's pretty much it on that one. When it comes to January, I will try to do the review on Yakuza Like a Dragon, but also of course Cyberpunk. I like to just spill my thoughts on it. But also, I try to do one for Soul. I will try to do one for Beastars because I haven't done that yet, and I really did like it. I really do want to talk about it. So there's that. But yeah, that's all I got for like things right off the bat. Other than that, there's nothing coming out for January, I don't think. So I'll probably just focus on just more spontaneous content. Maybe some other things, but I do want to say one more thing, or a couple of things. One is I may try to get the Hypecast back into the weekly scheduling, but I'll talk to Zawa about that since he's like the only one who has time to do the podcast. All the other people have been like busy with their own thing, and I don't want to like bother them about it. So I don't want to like sound forceful on them about it. I might bring it up when it comes to like stuff that they actually care about, but when it comes to like a bunch of random news, Zawa's there, so I'll talk to him about that. We'll see if it comes back as a weekly series or not. We'll see about that. Either way, I'm okay with it, as long as we have some sort of podcast going. Because those are fun to do. I like sitting down and talk about some stuff that's related to gaming and around something, things around it. And let me see. There was one more thing. I was contemplating a lot on my streaming scheduling, or just me scheduling, or me streaming in general. And my feelings about Twitch has been like all over the place because of what Twitch has been doing as of late. Man, it's been rough. But I thought about it, and at one point I thought I was going to just move on over to YouTube completely. It makes sense. I have a bigger number here than I do with Twitch. But at the same time, the number of followers I built there, I do like. It's right under 1,000. I think it's like 700 to be exact. But anyway, I have been streaming as of late. It's because like I just don't know what to do. Because the whole DMCA thing, and I don't know. It just sets up a lot of barriers for a lot of people, including myself. Because I want to do stuff like art streaming. I want to get back into that, but I can't listen to my own music because DMCA. That whole thing keeps it really scary, or makes it really scary, and keeps away that sort of side of things when it comes to me. When I do art, it's like I want to listen to my music, not just like one album, one thing from like I can only listen to so much of Animal Crossing during my drawing sessions, right? You know what I mean? I'd rather listen to just my music, my list, that I have. That's why I've been contemplating a lot, but I think I came to a decision, and pretty much I'm trying to meet the middle ground here. So what I'm pretty much going to do is still game on Twitch, but if I'm going to do art streams, they're definitely going to be on YouTube. I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And if things get really bad for Twitch, like really bad, then I have no problem moving over to YouTube. As much as I would like to retain my audience from Twitch, I hope to like reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm going to be switching over to YouTube from now on. I don't know, maybe I'll just like upload a video there and tell them, hey, I'm going to YouTube. But for now, I think I'm just going to do gaming on Twitch and art streams on YouTube. I think that's the game plan here. And we'll go from there. See how that snowball sort of develops. How that will grow from there on. So yep, that's pretty much all I got for reels. It's been almost an hour. My voice is starting to feel it. So I'll start from here, or stop here, and I apologize for all the uhs and whatever the pauses I do, because these videos I normally don't edit as much because I just want to get it out there, and focus on my other videos. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for your continuing support. As always, really helps out. Really appreciate it. I just am grateful for all this in first place. That like 2020 has been really rough, and I'm still here. You know, in this state of things. But I hope we can get through it. I hope we all can stay safe, and I hope this whole thing blows over, man. But it's been pretty much a whole year, you know, because the virus started back in December, right? And it pretty much kind of started in January here, I think, and it got pretty bad in March, so, or February, I think. Anyway, I think we still went through year one, and I don't think these things don't last that long. Like, even if it gets really worse. So I think it lasts for like 2 years, but I could be very wrong. But anyway, I don't want to get any hopes up. But anyways, if you have any comments, anything you'd like to see on this channel, please leave them down below. I'll definitely consider them, keep them noted duly. And yeah, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, you know the drill, comment, all that stuff. Don't forget to hit the bell to notify all. Really appreciate it, guys. And yep, so this has been my channel update for January, what's coming up for January 2021, and a look back on December. So hope everyone has a happy and safe new year. Let's hope that 2021 will be the start of a good year, or a good life, back on the road, back on track. At least the start of it anyway. I don't expect it to just magically change back. So, all right. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next year. Sean out.